Start off with a very simple question. Why do I believe in miracles? I believe in miracles because of this tiny little book here. Because about 2 years ago, I was just a guy in his room in the middle of the night, believing that he would never see see this book published, that this book would never see the light of day. And because of that, the fact that this book was out at all is very special to me. The fact that that I was able to survive, that it was able to get published, is in and of itself a miracle to me. So, if you want to know the story of how the book was written, the best way to do that is actually to read it, because the story of that the book goes through is the story of writing the book. So I'll tell that's the best way to know it. I'll tell you the second best way, and this is something that I realized myself while writing it, is that because mental illness a lot of the time is like being trapped in a glass cage, and because you're trapped in that cage, you can see everything happening around you, but you cannot ever talk to anyone. No one will be able to hear you. You will just be talking through to that glass, and everybody will be walking by you. And one day you will turn and you look and you'll see that there is a treasure beyond that glass. There is a beautiful, beautiful treasure beyond that glass, but you cannot reach it. So you will start to crave it. You will cut yourself in longing. You will strip away every part of your bone in pain and agony, until one day you will find that you cannot strip away anymore. Until you find that in that longing you have stripped away to your barest essentials. And then you will look around you one day, and all around you there will be treasure. And you will find that that window you were looking through into the world has now become a mirror. You have become the object of your longing. You have become what you long for. And I think that is essentially what is art, the creation of art, that is the journey that I like to think I have portrayed in this book. And it's because I have felt so deeply, because I have cut away every single part of myself to write this book. I know that it is honest, it is true, and most of all, I think that it's accessible. The protagonist is genderless, nameless, faceless, completely first person. And it goes through the entire book that way, and the chapters change along with the emotions of the protagonist. So it's written in different genres, it's written in different style. It's to reflect the complete human experience that you go through: rage, pain, happiness, ecstasy. All of it is represented here because all of it is what I felt during that time. And because of that, I have found that people ranging from LGBTQ to mentally ill people rather, all of them have related to this book in some way or another, because they see their own struggle in it, and they see a way to be truthful in it. And I found that the best way to find the truth then is to be truthful. And that is what I have tried in my own small way to do from this book. And this book, which is such a case study in loneliness, which is all about loneliness, I found that it has somehow connected me to more people than I would have thought possible. It has become a way to eradicate loneliness from where I started. So it's gone in a circle. That's why we snap. That's why we snap. So, and to celebrate that interconnectedness, I would just like to read one passage. No, I got it. It's right here. When we decide to tell a story, when we decide to listen to a story, we become part of something bigger than ourselves. We become part of a community that heard that story 100 years ago or will hear it tomorrow. The story never really changes because the circle keeps turning. No matter how much we change or advance or distance ourselves from our past, our humanity will never change, our ability to feel. Stories remind us of this, and when we share in them, we become truly equal because they remind us of parts of ourselves we've forgotten, parts we thought we never shared with anyone. We finally remember that we're not really alone, that the pain we're feeling is being felt by someone, somewhere else, and that's surviving, that we can too, and maybe we can survive together. It helps us believe that by the very telling and the listening of these stories, we enable that survival together. We become less lonely because we have someone there for us, someone who understands. That horrible, horrible pain we carry around with us every moment we live, of being alone, not just physically, but alone, trapped in our own minds, unable to understand ourselves, manifests itself. Suddenly we're able to express the most human of feelings, to finally express our deepest loves, share our darkest fears, expunge our worst sorrows. And we can rest easy with the fact that someone, anyone, even generations from now, can see exactly what we see, feel exactly what we feel, and it helps us go on. It makes us human. I think that's pretty damn magical. Yeah.
Now, if you would want to say anything.
Firstly, I'm really happy being here, Varun, despite the fact that I had to leave a lot of work and wait the traffic. This is the first time I'm at a book launch where I haven't read the book. Usually I never release a book if you don't read it. That's just unfair to do. But I'm doing it because of Varun, because of the faith that I have in Varun. He's a very special person, as you already probably know from his reading and the way he talks. I think all of us are so caught up in our little worlds that seldom do we see connection between our lives and others, between the importance of compassion, the importance of being connected to your own emotion, the ability that he has to express, and to be comfortable with many different contradictions. So he came in as an intern with me, and it's been only a few months, and we have had some incredible conversations during the lunchtime. And he would, you leave him alone and he's all bored and he doesn't want to work. So I used to sometimes tell him that, do I have to keep entertaining you by talking to you? Can you not do these assignments? So he thrives with people. And everything is written on his face. So when he says honest, he really means it. He's extremely transparent. And the first meeting that we had when I was thinking whether I should hire him or not, he started with, the whole thing about his OCD and mental illness. And there was something so candid and straightforward and non-apologetic about it that I thought that is the way we need to deal with mental illness. It is a particular kind of illness, like we have all other illnesses. There are cures for it. You're not all gone. In our kind of society, we don't even have the right vocabulary. We don't even know how to deal with it. We are all either it's hushed or there's a discomfort. We just don't have conversations about these things. And here was this 22-year-old who not only had conversations, he seemed to have too many answers. Sometimes I had to remind him, you're just 22, okay? You still have a long way to go. So he's a wonderful mix of a child and an old soul. And that's the reason I'm here. Because he also has a very compassionate heart. So while one can see that, okay, when you're CD and you're all with yourself but he has a deep desire to also share, a deep sensitivity towards others, and I think that's also somewhere that drives him. And that's something we all need to have more and more. So I don't know what mental illness is. I think we all have some kind of illness, some kind of idiosyncrasies. Some express it more openly, some don't. And I think these kind of books which are very personal and yet universal, like he said, it's genderless, faceless, nameless. It doesn't narrow you down. It kind of makes you feel that this could be me. I just read parts of it which he had earlier sent to me as part of the synopsis. But just the idea is very powerful. And he's someone who's bringing strong thoughts and also finding poetry in it. Even the way he talks, I'm sure you find there is he's good with words, he's good with thoughts. So it's a wonderful journey, and all of us need each other. If somebody is doing anything magical, wonderful, different, new, I think we all need to help each other. And that's how I see it, that we always pay forward. You help me, I don't have to help you, I can help somebody else. And so that's how we just continue, and he's definitely part of that journey. His empathy, whether it's for the LGBT community, his thoughts on feminism. Very few young men are talking about feminism in the way Varun talks. It's very refreshing. And that's why I think I'm here, that's why you all are here. And congratulations, Varun.
Thank you.
I'm sure you're going to write many more books, you're going to have many more journeys.